Hi everyone. This presentation is part of mobile communication assignment, and we are going to represent 4G technology, and it's all about the 4G technology nowadays. And our team members are Sandeep Kumar Darla, Manikanta Vishwanath Gonuguntla, Mohammad Malik. Coming to the introduction part, nowadays 4G is emerging a lot nowadays, and everybody is communicating with their phones, and might be not knowing about the technology what they are communicating through. It's obviously 4G nowadays. So mobile communication technologies are often divided into generations like 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, and 5G. And 5G is not came yet, but 1G is belong to the analog radio mobile system, and 2G is first digital mobile system in which is ever implemented, and 3G is the first mobile communication system and handling the broadcasting of the data, and you have the data you can broadcast to all over the place, and the 4G is the longest long-term evolution technology, and this is the technology which is emerging nowadays. The fourth generation technology is the fastest technology provided with the data transfer with high rate data speeds. 4G is the short term for fourth generation wireless. The stage of broadband mobile communication that replaced with the third generation, where that has not doing some parts like downloading with the certain data speeds and uploading with the certain data speeds and communicating with throughout the world with the voice over IP. That is the 4G technology which will works with the voice over IP. That is none other than IP networking concept. The 4G system will be provided with the comprehensive IP solution where voice and data streamed multimedia can be given to the users anywhere and anytime basis. And the higher with the data rates which is higher than the previous generations like third generation and 2.5 generation ones. So in order to achieve any kind of communications, there are two kind of basic networks that are circuit switching networks and packet switching networks, and where in 4G all the circuit switching concept has been abandoned. There is no circuit switching concept beyond this 4G, and all the data will be transferred through the packet switching concept. And approaching the 4G mobile communications are projected with the solve to solve the problems of 3G systems, to provide a variety of new services, high quality of voice and high definition of video, high data rates for the wireless channels too. And all this set of rules will be accommodated at IMT Advanced, that is International Mobile Telecommunications at Advanced. So all the mobile communication third-party mobile companies should be stick to these kind of rules implemented by International Mobile Telecommunication Advanced to in order to provide their services to the customers. So in IMTA, the 4G requirements has been specified as 100 megabits per second for mobile communication, where high mobility communications who are traveling all over the place and they still have the communication with them. And this is the finest part, that is 1 gigabit per second downloading speed for the low mobility communications are people who are staying and not traveling and who was standing stationary. Those people will be getting these kind of speeds which is ever implemented than any kind of other technology. Coming to the history and evolution of mobile communications, and we'll be covering from 1G to 5G. So 1G is analog communication, which is only voice-based communications, and which will offering the services like basic mobility, basic services, and incompatibility and for the analog systems. So in order to give the better communication requirements, 2G has came into the part and it was implemented during 1990s. And the 2G will be offering advanced mobility, that is roaming services. You can roam with your mobile device and you can talk to anybody, and more services like data presence, towards the it is towards this 2G is, came to the part, and it was like global solution for the communication at that moment, and it is the first ever implemented digital systems in the mobile communications. So after the few years, after 1990s, the 3G came into the part for the broadcasting, mainly concentrating on broadcasting services and video conferencing kind of thing. So 3G came into the part, and it was implemented during 2003 for the multimedia access with a speed of 2 megabits per second. 3G will be offering services like seamless roaming and service concept and models, global radio access, and which is a global solution for all the communication, and high data rates for the downloading and uploading the speeds. So even though they have implemented these kind of generations throughout the years, and there are still some kind of challenges are implemented. People can talk to each other, but they can't see each other. So that's why video conference calls and data transfer rates and came into the part, and that's where they implemented the 4G in 2000 year. And this 4G is basically implemented by a farmer company in Japanese, and they implemented the 4G technologies, and it is mainly concentrating on IP based mobility, which is communicated with voice over IP. There is no circuit switching concept. There is only packet switching concepts are available. Only and This 4G technology is very high data rates, transmission, and complete telecom and datacom coverage with throughout the area where it is having the coverage. And about the 5G, we not yet know, but people are telling like some big companies, big shots like Intel and Microsoft, they are referring to special efficiency, environmental friendly, and this kind of history for and evolution for mobile communication throughout the years. It was started from 1980s to 2020. Maybe we are expecting 5G soon in 2020. So the main differences between 1G, 2G, and 3G and 4G, there is no much differences in the coverage of outdoor and indoor, but the main difference is like data speeds. It is varying throughout the speeds, like 100 Mbps for the 4G, and first when the first generation was launched, it was like maximum of 28 kbps, and it is a big achievement for the mobile communication history. And communication mode is always packet switching, but there is no circuit switching where it is available for 2.5G and 2G. There is only circuit switching is available. Coming to the 4G networks, the main uh, principle of 4G networks, how it works, like 4G mobile networking is different from the predecessors like 3G, 2G, 2.5G, 1G, 0G. So the first that technology is finally leaves behind the circuit switching concept, which I referred earlier, and its GSM routes too. So fourth generation wireless system is a packet switched wireless system with a wide area coverage like MAN, WAN principles with high throughput. The 4G wireless uses the orthogonal frequency division multiplexer, that is none other than OFDM, and ultra wide radio band, and millimeter wireless. And these three components are the main components for the 4G communication. So the high performance is achieved with the use of long-term channel prediction in the both time and frequency, scheduling among the users and the smart antennas, combined with adaptive modulation and power control. These are the techniques which we'll be using for the 4G communication networks. Coming to the features, the 4G will support for interactive multimedia voice streaming and video streaming in internet and other broadcast services with high-speed data rates. And it is a 4G is a mobile-based system, mobile IP-based system, that is voice over IP (VoIP), and it will communicate through high speed and high capacity with a low cost per bit, and better scheduling and call admission control techniques too, and ad hoc and multi hub technologies. multi-hop networks. So if there are many kind of repeaters and multi ad hop technologies, there is no interference and the signal will not lost at any point of time. So there is a ad hoc and multi-hop networks that is a best feature of 4G networks. And 4G offers better spectral efficiency, which is for OFDM modulation technique, and seamless network of multiple protocols and their air interfaces, and it won't be affected to any of the air interfaces and other protocol from the network. So other technologies for the 4G will be described by my teammate Sandeep.
Hi everyone, this is Sandeep. I'm going to explain wireless technology used in 4G. It is OFDM, a form of multi-carrier modulation, works by dividing the data stream by transmission at a bandwidth B with n multiple and parallel bit streams spaced B by n apart, as we have seen in the graph, and each of the parallel bit has a much lower bit rate than the original bit stream, but their summation can provide very high data rates. ఇది ఆపేసాను. స్టాప్ చేశాను.
ఎలా ఆప్ చేసావు?
కంట్రోల్ ప్లస్ అండ్ yeah. OFDMA or orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, which is also known as discrete multi-tone modulation (DMT), is a modulation method for the modulation of a frequency channel based on the FDM frequency division multiplexing. In this technique, the frequency and modulations of frequency division multiplexing are arranged orthogonally to each other to eliminate any interface between the channels. The main aim of OFDMA is to send the low-rate modulations in a parallel stream rather than sending a high-rate waves front. As low-rate modulations are less sensitive to multipath, with OFDM technology already proved and embraced, 4G development will gain momentum. Error correcting. 4G error correcting will mostly likely use some type of concatenated coding and provide multiple quality of service levels. Forward correction coding adds redundancy to a transmitted message through encoding prior to transmission. The advantages of concatenated coding, which is also known as Reed-Solomon, over convolutional coding, or enhanced system performances through the combining of two or more constituent code, which is known as Reed-Solomon and convolution code info one concatenated code. This combination will improve the error correction and detection. FEC using concatenated coding allows a communication system to send large block sizes by reducing error rates. Space-time codes multiple antenna systems like the smart antennas can be used to further improve the data rates. Modulation techniques. Orthogonal frequency division multiplex (OFDM) is a form of transmission that uses a large number of close-spaced carriers that are modulated with low rate data. OFDM has been already in order to meet the requirements of the LTE while taking information consideration of use of multiple carrier, each carrying a low data rate removes the same. SCFDMA single carrier frequency division multiplex, which is a hybrid format. This combines the low peak to average ratio offered by single carrier system with the multipath interface and flexible subcarrier frequency allocation that OFDM provides. Coming to applications, the applications of 4G are multimedia video services, sensors in public vehicles, cameras in traffic light, high-speed mobility, application run as on desktop computers, ultra broadband internet access, virtual navigation, telemedicine, and education. And the further is explained by our friend Malik.
Hello everyone, this is Malik. I'm going to discuss about the pros and cons. Pros, which is also the advantages of 4G network. The most obvious advantage of the 4G network mobile is its amazing speed. Increased bandwidth leads to much faster data transfer speed. So, by this way, there will be no network lag between the transmitter and the devices. Users of the 4G network get the advantage of superior, uninterrupted connectivity, especially for advanced tasks such as video chats and conferences. Considering the younger generation of mobile device users, they can stream music, videos, and movies at a much faster rate than ever before and can also easily share information online. 4G networks offer much more coverage than other systems such as Wi-Fi, which forces users to depend upon hotspots in each area you visit. 4G networks are quite affordable these days. What the pricing schemes being considerably slashed to fit users' budgets. This network also offers users several options to choose from as regards plans and equipments to connect to the 4G network. Many mobile carriers also offer special introductory offers for new customers, which works out to be very reasonable for them. For example, T-Mobile and AT&T. Coming to the cons, the disadvantages. Though the concept of 4G mobile network is steadily gaining popularity, connectivity is still limited to certain specified carriers and regions. Though the hardware compatible with 4G network is available at much cheaper rates today than earlier, the fact remains that this new equipment would necessarily have to be installed in order to supply these services. Mobile networks use multiple antennas and transmitters, and hence users would experience much poorer battery life on their mobile devices while on this network. Users should be forced to make do with 3G or Wi-Fi connectivity in the areas that not yet have 4G mobile network coverage. While this is a problem in itself, the worst issue is that they would still have to pay the same amount as specified by the 4G network plan. Challenges. Challenges of 4G network. Seamless roaming and seamless transfer of services. Network protocols that adapt dynamically to the changing channel conditions. A new IP protocol might be needed because of the variable quality of services, and the network should do better than best effort. As there are few delays in voice over IP with multi-hop networks, there should be a new protocol which might be needed in order to provide quality of service with best efforts. Security and privacy of the information should be considered. Multi-access interface, timing and recovery of the data transfer should also be considered. So I would like to conclude this thing like fourth generation is the best described as MAGIC, which is the abbreviation for Mobile Multimedia, Anytime Anywhere, Global Mobility Support, Integrated Wireless and Personalized Services. Though 4G is facing some problems and challenges, we believe that the researchers going on will overcome these challenges and integrate newly developed services, making them available to anyone, anytime and everywhere. Thank you.